This is a review of the Synergistic Research foundation level cable. Foundation level cable came about as a response to other people's multi-thousand-dollar cables. Ted Denny, chief designer of Synergistic Research, believed that he could equal the sound of other cables costing multiple times more. A 1 meter pair of RCAs, foundation level, start at $599. Each additional half meter at $100. What we have here is the beginning of a loom. We're going to loom up the whole system. Now we're going to be replacing cables from top audio companies throughout the world, costing tens of thousands of dollars. We're going to begin with the interconnects going from the phono stage over here, and here, next we're going to wire up the speakers, Cube Audio nenufars, and for this test we're going to use the Aries Surratt integrated amplifier. Next, we're going to wire up the phono stage, and I have a pair of interconnects here, long pair of XLRs for the United Home Audio tape deck. We have a pair of interconnect from the Audio Note level 5, level 6 CD reference system as well. To ice the cake, we're going to utilize foundation level power cords in the phono stage and on the Aries Surratt. Now what we're going to do after we loom up is we're going to burn in for a 2-week period to give you an initial feel. I don't want to just stick them in a system where we have had cables, multi-thousand-dollar cables, hand selected for each position in the system. Now Ted would call that cable stew, but a lot of us do that. We'll have a front end that might be a little hot, and we want to use a cable that has a house sound of a little bit more warmth. I've been doing that in this system upstairs. Our reference system on the lower level of our listening studios is loomed up with Zeus top level cable, DTC. So we have a straight loom down there, but kind of a mixture up here in this reference system. This is fascinating to me. Entry level price cable with, let me pick this up. That's a lot of cable, and it's easily bent and moved, so it's not stiff to drag your components. So it's not going to hang off the back of your phono stage and tip it over. so it's that I like. Folks, this is 6/9 silver cable. They're using a handmade, what they call airstring geometry. It also utilizes the Uniform Energy Field, or UEF technology, and matrix shielding from the Atmosphere X level of cable. And then to top it off, they do a blue fuse treatment. And I'm going to report more on that when we report back after we break the cables in. So you're in for a treat Reference system number 1, AV showrooms, loomed up with foundation level cable from Synergistic Research. We're going to do a listening session with our current cables. We're going to set the identical levels because we have a digital readout on our amplifier to the same level, and then we're going to do a listening test with the foundation after a 2-week break-in period, and then I'm going to report back. So here we go. Let's listen to the system currently with our reference cables. And now, 2 weeks later. 2 weeks ago.
Sang a good song. I've heard he had a style, and so I came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, a stranger to my eyes, drumming my bed with his fingers, singing my life with his words, softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. I felt all flushed with fever, embarrassed by the crowd. I felt he found my letters and read each one out loud. I prayed that he would finish, but he just kept right on. Killing me softly with his song.
And now, 2 weeks later.
Sang a good song. I've heard he had a style, and so I came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, a stranger to my eyes, drumming my bed with his fingers, singing my life with his words, softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. I felt all flushed with fever, embarrassed by the crowd. I felt he found my letters and read each one out loud. I prayed that he would finish, but he just kept right on. Singing my life with
2 weeks ago.
We are the stars which sing. We sing with our light. We are the birds of fire. We fly over the sky. Our life is a voice. We make a road for the spirits to pass over. For the spirits to pass over. We are like the wind, wrapped in luminous wings. We make a road for the spirit to pass over. For the spirit to pass over.
2 weeks later.
We are the stars which sing. We sing with our light. We are the birds of fire. We fly over the sky. Our life is a voice. We make a road for the spirits to pass over. For the spirits to pass over. We are like the wind, wrapped in luminous wings. We make a road for the spirit to pass over. For the spirit to pass over.
invited Terry Aringi, my listening partner,
Hi.
in to conclude the review and to discuss what we just heard. So the way we set this up is I had the mics out in the room, in the near field. And the picture when you were doing the listening sessions, I had that as a still shot to give you the scope of the room so you could see the enveloping space that we have here to listen. You'll notice that each listening session with the different excerpts from what we listened to, the Beethoven, the En Passant, and the Dead Can Dance, each listening session had either the cables in or the cables out. So you could tell. So I mean, it wasn't completely blind for you guys. But still, did you hear what we heard? Did you hear what I hear? Terry, what do you believe the foundation level does in this system?
Well, it was surprising to me because this is the entry level, I believe.
Entry level for synergistic
For
research.
synergistic research, and when we put it in, almost immediately you could tell that these were going to work.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, every frequency was highlighted just perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
The music came at me like this, which is what I like. I like that feeling that it's coming closer to me. It was very well layered, very impressive for the price point.
Yeah, I think that my overall impression is it's giving me a stage more in front of me, like I'm at a concert. Our reference cables give you more of a holographic effect.
That's a good way.
Yeah,
of
I think
putting
that's
it.
the best way to describe it. But there's no way, there's no detail left on the table with the foundation. So you're getting all the detail that I'm getting in the reference level cables, just not as much surround the sound. And then the other difference I heard, and these are just little differences, but you can hear them very clearly. And I was already have done a lot of post-production work on the listening sessions, back and forth with the reference headphones that we use when we do when we edit the videos. You could hear it here on the video as you just heard, and then we hear it when we're doing our listening test, a little bit more bass with the reference cable. Other than that,
it's not much.
it's just like,
I was shocked. to be
I'm
honest.
shocked.
Because our reference cable is, I don't know how many times more expensive than this.
Oh, it's 10 to 15 times more expensive, and
Right.
it consists of audio node and top level synergistic and top level purest audio design cable. So, I mean, the foundation level is competing with cost no object cable. Again, hand selected for each position in the listening set in our listening room here. Just amazing. So I think that Synergistic Research has a giant killer on their hands with foundation level cables, power cables, speaker cable, and interconnect. Also, I think that the little cable risers, they did assist. I heard a little bit of before and after. I didn't do a listening test for you guys of before and after, but I did hear a little bit more air and space when we put the risers in. So that's a must do. If you can fit risers and if they look good in your room, go for it. These are the coolest risers. They're very cool looking with the Synergistic logo and the HFT embedded in the riser. So thumbs up for foundation level interconnect, power cable, speaker cables from Synergistic Research. Just outstanding value for the money.
Yep.
Yep.
Agree.